Okay. Hi, I'm Nashi. I'm a tattoo artist at Nasty Tattoos and a fighter at Strike Fitness and an mental health advocate. And this is Happy Dagger, bro. So don't know how to fucking start shit yet, but we'll figure it out.
Summer is almost here, guys, and that means pool parties. That means swimming, fun in the sun. Do you guys have a pool? Do you guys need pool service? Or you guys got a pool that needs repairs? Well, our sponsor, Castro's Pool Service and Repair, is the person for you. Give them a call at 209-675-5418. Remember, support those that support us.
Week. We did some really cool shit. First thing I want to talk about is we did some spider lilies. And spider lilies, I don't know if anybody knows or anything, that they are this kind of really pretty red flower that I first saw in Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul is a great anime. The first season is by far the best in my opinion. But, you know what? I still love Hide. He's a great character, but they kind of lost me at some point. Anyway, we did spider lilies, right? Because this girl we did them on, she came in with her grandma to get tattooed originally. Her grandma's like in her 60s or whatever like that. She's like, fuck it, I'm gonna get my first tattoo. And I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do your tattoo. And so we're tattooing her grandma and everything. Then the girl's like, I want one too. And so we schedule her in. And she gets fucking spider lilies. She's planning to cover her whole, wrapping around the forearm with spider lilies. So we just started them with one. And it was a big ass fucking one on her arm. And so that one's really fun. I got to try out a new ink I've been really wanting to work on. I've been wanting to play this ink from, I think, Kurosumi. It's called like a black cherry or dark deep cherry. It's one of them, but fuck it. It's this really beautiful burgundy colored ink. And you can use it like a gray wash, but the whole thing about it is it has this red tone to it. So, it heals up, looking like the toasty kind of like warm black kind of color. And it's really pretty. But I wanted to use it because I feel like it complements red red ink very well. And I got to be able to use it to shade it. And so it kind of made like these little spindly things coming off the thing rang, but it makes these little spindly things coming off the spider legs and everything stand out and more, in my opinion. It stands out better than black because the black he was using it as an outline, but the burgundy deep cherry and everything was really kind of cool to use that, and it was just kind of like a cool experience to be able to play around with it. Still want to learn how to use it better, but it's really cool. Next one I want to talk about. It was the sun one I did. It has like the sun. We had her name. We had her son's name in there because she's like, oh, I have my son's name. Let's get a sun tattoo. And so we go through and we do it. I was kind of nervous at it at first because I haven't done many things, if any at all, with any pieces without line work. And the whole thing about that is that when you're trying to build off of it and everything like that, when there's no lines there, you're just working off that stencil. And so I'm trying to build the depth and definition in the whole tattoo by using my grays. And what I had set up is I had my black, my dark wash, my medium wash, and my light wash. And we had a little bit of white at the very end. But basically, I was trying to create this scheme of the sun rays coming off, going through the name, going through, I think it was a phrase that we had put in there. And we're trying to get that along with some clouds and make it all stand out accordingly, because obviously if you have your sun rays and you have a darker area of the sun rays, you can't have a dark cloud right there because they're going to be all muddy and merged together. And so that was really kind of fun to play with. It's something more like, I think, West Coast kind of shit the guys typically do, that I haven't done a lot of it. So it was a cool opportunity to play around with it. And I want to do more like that, actually. So that was another thing we did this week. And the last fucking one, I can't remember off the fucking life of me. What was it? Lilies. Oh, it was a phoenix. It's a phoenix one that we did. And yeah, not really a lot to say about that and everything. She came in at first and everything originally to get like some lettering on the forearm, but she decided to change it when she came in. And so instead of doing like this little fucking little lettering and everything like that, she got the outline in black and gray of a phoenix. And she's like, oh yeah, I might want to add color in later, but she got it because of, I think it's Jean Grey from Marvel, because she becomes a phoenix. And that was really cool. And to the lady, she was actually really fun to talk to. And so we got video of that one, I think too, right? Yeah. And so, yeah, it's kind of mainly in tattooing as far as that goes. There haven't really been any big events as far as tweakers go. We had one girl fucking throw open a fucking door and fucking near hit one of the clients, and it was bad. And the was like, what the fuck? I just saw it from I was piercing the station, right? And I see this fucking door fling open, and the dude's like, what the fuck? And she's like, hey, so, how do we get you guys upstairs? And we're like, what the fuck? We don't have an upstairs. And they're like, oh, are you sure? Because I could have sworn you guys had an upstairs. I'm like, nope. And she's like, oh, okay, bye. And she flings the fucking door open again and leaves. And it's like, oh shit, okay, Don't know what the fuck is up with that. You know, with all these fucking bars coming back and shit like that, we're getting a lot of weird people coming in who are fucking, you know. But then it kind of brings up the whole topic about when you're drunk or high when you come in to get tattooed. We have the ability to turn people away. And usually, you know, we will turn people away if they're kind of like that. But, you know, you get occasionally the drunk ass fucking client who comes in and fucking like, I want My Little Ponies plastered on my fucking face. And you're like, fuck it, let's do it. You know, because what actually happened the other day and everything is that Ricardo, he took this number down for this person who they wanted to get My Little Pony. I'm guessing some kind of fucking pink ass fucking bubble letters, something like that across the fucking forehead. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll do that. He's like, Naj, it sounded like you. Hit it up. And I'm like, fuck yeah. And so I haven't hit it up yet, but sounds like fun. So I don't know what to talk about.
Your artwork?
My artwork? I'm sad. I haven't really had a lot of time to do like a lot of my own personal artwork. I've been doing mostly things for the shop, doing things like, you know, designs. I have some bigger designs coming up that's going to be next week. I'm going to have like a Rick and Morty one I've been working on. I have, you know, a Japanese demon with like lanterns I'm working on. I have some other pieces like that. And then I have logos I'm working on, you know, like for Nancy. And so I haven't really had a lot of time to fucking draw anything for myself. And it feels kind of like, I feel like as an artist, you need to be able to have a little bit of time to take that time for just completely like enrichment in drawing. Because there's a difference between having a piece of drawing that you're working on to practice something, like practicing action, practicing anatomy, practicing lighting or this or that and everything. It's different to have something that you're trying to learn on, whereas it's something you have something to express with. And that's what I've been missing out on this week, is I haven't been using any of my art to express, and so I don't have a lot of it to show. And it makes me kind of sad, and I'm like, well, shit, you know. But that's because it's like by the time that I'm off of work, I've been pulling 9, 10 o'clock and everything like that, right? Fucking 9, 10 hours, and fucking just like by the time I'm off, I'm so damn fucking tired. I haven't been able to do shit, and I'm just like, I just want to fucking draw for fun. And so it's earlier today, even I sat down and I with the intent of I'm gonna draw something for fun, and as soon as I sit down, nothing. It just goes completely blank, and I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do? So just listening to music. I was listening to, what was it called? Serotonin. It's Serotonin by Girl in Red, and it's a great song, but it reminds me of mental health, you know. And so I was drawing this character I have and everything. I think I mentioned him before, where he has a TV for a head. It's like his little broken antenna. It's an old school fucking TV, and it says schizo across the bottom. And he's kind of, I think, a cool character because it's like, obviously the whole TV head character thing's been played out plenty of times and everything. But I kind of like this idea because he can't talk. He has no words of his own. He doesn't have the ability to do any of that, but he can show what he's feeling and how he's expressing it and everything on that screen on his face. Whereas also it's kind of that little bit of paranoia I have of everybody watches the TV. Everybody who has their eyes on it, they can see, you know, they see it and it's meant to be watched. And so now that character is like, oh shit, people can actually see me. People are watching me. They watch everything I'm feeling and it all just plays across my face. And it feels kind of like I want to channel some of that helplessness that I feel with the whole camera thing, because I know that you're watching this, but at the same time, it has a little bit of paranoia for me. I'm like, you can see me through here, right? And so, you know, I can't see you, but you can see me. And that's the whole thing I have about this character with the TV, is that I feel like all my emotions are played out on my face. I have no words to say. But then at the same time, everybody still can see everything that goes on in here. And so I feel like I have a lot of personal connection to this character that I've created. Amongst all my other characters, this is one of the ones that like I feel a personal connection to. That and my little demon imp dude thing, that's a completely different story. But for the TV dude, I feel like I want to draw more with him. It's just really fucking, it's a weird shaped fucking head to play with. And it's like, how the fuck do I get it to move with the shoulders? Because if I want his shoulders to come up, obviously the TV's going to stop it. And so it can't come up all the way. But that means there's also another area there to learn how to express things. I can learn how to use the character's body type, or I can use, you know, different expressions on the TV screen. I can use different ways that the antenna move and everything on the head to express things, kind of like with my little imp dude. I don't know if it's a demon or an imp. I think he's an imp. But I use different things on him to express the way that he feels, like the way the tails move, or the way that, you know, even his eyebrow ring will change to little hearts or whatever like that. And it's just kind of really cool to be able to play with the fun parts of drawing, like remembering it's a cartoon, it's an illustration. It doesn't need to abide by the natural laws of physics or anything like that. And so if I want to make the TV screen kind of go up into like a little fucking rectangle like this instead of being out like that for a fucking frame, then I can. And so I want to draw more for myself so I can get more of that character out there. He is really cool, and it's just that finding that time when you're a professional artist, it's like that just kind of clicked in my head that I'm a professional artist. And yet I don't draw for myself. I don't draw any of the comics that I've been working on. And it feels kind of sad. So that's pretty much what I've been working on for my artwork. But other than that, besides the whole emotional bullshit with it, I've been trying to play around with more on traditional canvas because a lot of the time I focus heavily in digital now. And digital and color pencil, but you can't do either of them on a fucking canvas. And so that's when I use India ink. And what's really fun about that is because it's a whole like tattoo kind of trade they take inspiration from. India ink was the original ink for tattooing, right? It's that kind of fucking bullshit you see the little skater kids fucking doing stick and pokes with. That India ink is just, it's a staple. And so using it on canvas is great because it doesn't flake off like tattoo ink does. It's not as thick and dense and everything as acrylic paints or as, runny as watercolor or whatever. It's a really fun medium, and I could blow it with like a straw. I can play with it on newspaper. I can, use sponges and shit. I can use my hands. I use my hands a lot with it. It's like you could put the wax crayon on the canvas too, and that'll keep the ink out of there. And so when I go back over it, it's dried and everything. Now there's that negative space that the ink hasn't been able to touch, and it looks really fucking cool to be able to do that. But India ink's great too because there's lots of different colors for it. I have a metallic India ink that I really think is fun. It kind of just adds a whole new sheen. Like I have an anglerfish that I've painted and everything, and off the little light bulb on it, I used a little bit of that spitter like on the straw, go like that, and the ink goes out and it scatters to make it look like light. And it's just one of those mediums that I absolutely love. Besides tattoo ink and color pencil, India ink is probably one of my favorites. So that's pretty much how I've been doing for art. Other than that, another kind of art I've been playing around with has been studding leather. And it's really cool because I get inspiration now for my characters that I draw too, like the little imp dude. He wears a lot of fucking studded leather and shit. And so it's like, it is fun. It just hurts because it's like, it fucking pokes the hands and shit. But that's just another kind of like miscellaneous little fucking art shit that I do. I don't think does it considered art? I think so, yeah. So
anything expressive is art, right?
yeah, I think so. Look, I learned though. I put the spikes all the way. I put the spikes all on the collar and everything. But then I go put the jacket on, and the spikes are poking me in the fucking neck. I'm like, ah, shit! I gotta fucking take them out and do them again. So it's all trial and error. So, but as far as yeah, that's about the artwork for the week. So other than that, just trying to pull inspiration from different places. Kind of going into the gym. The gym has actually been a really good week. I feel like we started the whole like sprinting and circuit bullshit this week, and it was so hard. It was so hard, and I wanted to cry, but I didn't cry this week, so that's a bonus. That's a bonus this week because last week I did like twice or 3 times, something like that. But this week was just exhausting at the gym, but it feels really good. I feel like it's because the mania is starting to pick up and everything. Like maybe the whole week has had that hypomania kind of bullshit building up. And now it's like, okay, now I'm ready to go. And now I fucking go. And that's the mania talking. And so I'm probably not going to sleep for the next couple of days or whatever like that. But that's okay because it happens. At least now I have the energy to fucking go. And mania is like, it's a great feeling for a short while, but then eventually you get kind of really tired of it because it just doesn't stop. It's kind of like, I don't know, hearing a song once and you're like, fuck yeah, I like this song. And you keep listening to the song again and again and again and again. And all of a sudden it's been playing all fucking day. Now it's been playing for 2 days, for 3 days, 4 days. And you're like, okay, can we change the song now? I'm getting really fucking bored of this. But it's like, nope, the song is still gonna play. It's like fucking hearing Christmas music in a fucking JCPenney's and everything. If you fucking work at JCPenney's in the middle of Christmas time, you're gonna get goddamn sick of that fucking Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And that's kind of the way mania feels. At first you're vibing with it, and then it's just like, not anymore now, bro. So I'm kind of in that state right now where things are starting to pick up again. So it's usually, I think clinically speaking, that they are categorized by about 2-week periods. There's like 2-week periods. I think I mentioned it before, right? About the time span for the mania, or no? Have I? No? Okay, so usually clinically speaking, it's supposed to be 2-week periods of either the mania or the psychosis, like either or, and then together. And so it's like you need to have a period of psychosis without any sort of mood disorder, in order to be categorized as schizoaffective. And that happens. Whereas also you need to have a couple week period of having just the mood disorders and not, the psychosis. Because they go back and forth. And then sometimes I feel like it's mainly when I don't sleep is that when they start getting combined together and then it all just crashes like a fucking mess. And it sucks. But that's kind of one of the things, clinically speaking, that they look for when you get diagnosed. So they look at how long you've been experiencing these things. And
Sorry.
did I just waste all that time?
No, you're good. You're
Okay, I was going to say, do I need to repeat my whole self again?
No, you're good.
Okay.
It got through. I just want to make sure that. Sorry.
Did I just yell in their ear?
No, you didn't yell in their ear.
Sorry for yelling in your ear, man. Not you, them, or this person. I'm remembering now. But I completely lost my train of thought. Oh, mental health. Oh, yeah. Yeah, overall, this week's been pretty good. It's just the hypomania picking up again. I didn't cry this week, so that's really good. Still feeling slightly overwhelmed with things when they get... Like the other day, like it was Thursday. It was a Thursday at wrestling. There were so many people there. And at first, I'm like, oh, shit. There was a lot of people. Oh, yeah, then I had a panic attack at work yesterday. But that's okay. But there was so many people at wrestling the other day. I was trying to fucking... not completely like go away, but then it got better. We started getting, activity and shit. The cartwheels is really fun. And so I feel like that kind of brought me back down and everything, out of that anxiety of, oh my God, there's like 30 people in here, or just like trying to get back in the middle. Because last night was like when I had the panic attack at work and everything, right? It was like 7:30 at night or so. I had somebody come in and he wanted to get some lettering on his arm and something on his hand, right? And the whole time I'm just like trying to breathe through with the stencil, trying to get calm myself down while feeling like the panic attack is coming on. And I'm like, okay, I cannot show it at work. I just can't. I can't go home. I can't show it at work. I need to knock out the tattoo. And it was fucking hard, bro. I'm gonna be honest. It's only happened a couple of times where I have that kind of incident at work. And I've been able to make it through every time, thank God, but fucking it's hard, because you're trying not to show it. And I feel like it's when you have that kind of masking that other people with sort of like autism or ADHD and ADD and everything, what they have to experience and everything, when you have to mask and show that, you have to present yourself as you're okay, so you don't worry other people or scare other people or get them concerned or whatever, or even just to fucking work at your job. You have to mask a certain way. And it's just like you do what you can. Fuck, But it's like the panic attack ended up subsiding and everything in the middle of the tattoo. I'm like, okay, now I can work, because artwork is relaxing for me. Tattooing, even though sometimes it's stressful, it is relaxing. It's an ink therapy for you and an ink therapy for me. And that's something I look forward to when I go to work, even if I'm still having that panic attack. Like when I talked about the vomit kind of girl and everything like that. That gave me a fucking panic attack at work. It was the fucking middle of the tattoo. And I'm like, I cannot stop. The ink's only halfway in her fucking skin. I have to keep going. And I want to be able to push like that in sparring too, on days where I have that kind of panic that comes on. But it's something that part I'm still working on. For tattooing, I can still reel it in. I think it's because it's not as intense of an environment. If it's just me, the client, and like music playing in the background, I can still kind of reel it in. But when you have other factors going on in the environment, such as somebody punching at you, or you have the music, you feel everything. You feel the sweat, you feel the hair, you feel everything just going on around you. It feels like a lot more to have to process when you're having anxiety. So that was pretty much how mental health went for the week. Yeah. That's what I couldn't say about that. Help me out.
You're good.
Because I've been talking this whole time.
Yeah, you're doing good.
I know. I like having involvement from people.
No, you were talking about Franbo earlier.
Yeah. Definitely. Franbo's been the only thing that actually, seriously, I love horror. I love gore. I love all that shit. But Franbo's the only thing that truly upsets me enough to not finish it. And what Franbo is, I believe it's an indie game, right? Indie platformer game about a little girl who she is committed into a mental institution and with, delusions, hallucinations and stuff. And she has this cat. And the cat and everything, her and the cat get separated and everything when she gets put into the institution. He's like, Fran, I need you to come help me. I need you to come save me, right? And so she gets the medicine and she leaves the mental institution against, what everybody, she is supposed to stay there, but she just leaves. And so she's going out to get her cat, and her cat go out and they go find her parents or whatever like that, right? And there's this whole story about her using the drugs to find her way through this whole world and through these monsters and all these tragic events and shit. You know, it's just full of gore and viscera and everything. But the whole time, it's like I feel like scared and sad by it because like the cat is like, you know, used as a tool to drive Franbo, which is great for, you know, character development and shit. But for me, it hits a little too close to home when you start involving cats and like schizophrenia and like drugs and like people, you know, having these bad shit happen to them. It's just something about it deeply disturbs me. And it's like the artwork in it is interesting, but it's not pretty. It's not pretty artwork whatsoever. You have like these trees that are fucking made out of fucking human hands, or like they have heads hanging off of them, shit like that. And it's kind of, you would think that it's something I'm into considering the kind of shit I draw, but at the same time, it's just something unsettling about it. Like there's like these two little girls right in this house where they're like, hey, Fran, if you know you can't find the key, we're gonna eat your cat. And it's like, what the fuck? The cat is kept in a fucking bird cage or whatever like that, and the fucking Fran needs to find the keys or make the stew or whatever, otherwise they're gonna eat her fucking cat. And it's just kind of like, god damn, this kid can't catch a break. It's just, that's the only thing that truly upsets me. That and cannibals, but we all know about that by now. But Fran Bow, I still want to finish it. Last time I saw it, she got turned into a tree. She got turned into a tree and set up to fucking this like axolotl in the sky. And it's a whole fucking acid trip kind of shit. And I don't know what the fuck is going on. But the poor kid, it's like, other people have tried to do the whole mental health schizophrenia kind of thing in video games or in other types of media, but I feel like that in particular, that is one of the scarier kind of representations of it, in my opinion, which makes me sad because there should be other healthier expressions of, you know, schizophrenia out there. At least that, you know, something that some kid can turn to when, you know, they do start developing symptoms. That way it doesn't feel so hopeless and so scary. Because it's like, there is dark parts of schizophrenia and dark parts of schizoaffective disorder. There's plenty of that. Don't get me wrong. But like, it's not all that way all the time. You know, I don't see fucking gore and shit all the fucking time. If anything, I've never seen gore with the exception of like one case where it was like a chain letter that I had gotten and everything like that from like, you know, fucking dumbass high school kids. I'd gotten a chain letter on my fucking phone and I ended up seeing what it was warning about and everything in the middle of the fucking night. It was like a severed head in the closet hanging by its fucking hair with red eyes and some fucking creepypasta shit and everything. And that's the only gore thing I've seen. You know, I've seen, which if anything, it's been more weird shit, you know. Well, I don't know if the dude, if he would count as gore. Does he count as gore? He looks kind of mummified. Yeah. You guys can't see him.
You've shown a drawing of him. He's the one by the bedstand. Sorry,
yeah.
Not near the mic. The one by the bedstand. So I think that would be more horror.
Horror? Okay. So yeah, I guess he's a bit more horror. He just doesn't feel scary. But Fran Bow, yeah,
Is it RPG?
RPG.
It's like role playing. What's it called? What's an RPG again?
Role playing games.
Yeah, like
no, it's like a platformer.
Not RPG, like the where you like Little Mario. Little
what?
Mario. My cousin's named Little Mario. Mario Brothers.
I guess not. Well, yeah and no, because
like
it is
how is it based? Is it like POV?
It's like
is it?
It's an interactive story. Like these type of games, like Fran Bow's like interactive.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Based
Story.
Yeah.
So you're not controlling the actual character.
I mean, no, you go through the story though. You make choices and stuff. Like, do you take the pill?
Okay.
Do you not take the pill? That kind of thing.
like a
you
chapter
know,
book.
Yeah, like a chapter book and everything. You know, or it's like, oh, the head has asked for you to bring it these mushrooms. Are you going to follow what the head says and everything? And it's like, okay, yeah, I am, or no, go away, that kind of thing. And so you make the decisions based on that, and it leads the story around. So it's a really cool one. If you guys, I don't know if you want to pull it up or nothing. I do want to draw fan art for it. It's just kind of thing of that. I don't know, just ugh, you know.
But it's crazy because like the fact that you have schizophrenia. The Fran Bow has schizophrenia, right?
Yeah, it's implied that she has schizophrenia. I don't know if they like say it specifically, but it's implied because of her hallucinations, the delusions. The whole time the doctor, it starts out with basically with Fran Bow, it gives its story and everything, saying Fran Bow was like this little girl who lived with her parents, and one day she found them both dead or something like that. And then when she heard her cat, she gets picked up by her aunt, and then she gets sent to a mental institution. And it's kind of like it opens it up, and then it reveals that she's talking to a therapist, and he's like, "Oh, Fran, you're having these delusions again," and just like, bro, no. First of all, it's a shitty thing to tell somebody who has a delusion is, oh, it's okay, you're just having a delusion. It's like, fuck you. No.
It's like Caroline.
Huh?
It's like Caroline.
Coraline.
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 Though, it's a lot. The book is different than the movie. If have you read the book?
No, I can't read.
No. Oh no! But the book is actually way different than the movie. So it's still, the other mother who is playing the villain in there, and still like, I think, what the fuck is it called? I don't remember the actual name of the monster, but she's a monster, and she does try to eat these children and shit. But like, it's actually the actual story Coraline. It feels a lot more gross and less whimsical because there's like the other father. He is revealed at the end to be like this amorphous blob of just like rotting meat and just like tissue and shit, and he's trying to communicate to Coraline like, here, I don't want to hurt you, take this, and that kind of thing. And it's fucking just like, it keeps comparing things to bugs and maggots, and the rats are evil and shit. They're all playing the other mother's gremlin servant things, right? But it's like, it feels a lot fucking darker than the Tim Burton one does, which is really weird because you would think Tim Burton would take it the complete opposite way instead of being, all, dragonflies and blue and purple and whimsy and talking cats. No, I don't think the cat actually talks at all. I don't think the cat is even a character. Is it? Yeah, it's a character. Wybie's not a character, though. He's not a character in it. And I don't remember how it ended. I didn't finish it. I know that Kira had gotten the book and everything from like the library, and I just kind of snook it a little bit and just read while I had the opportunity, and then she returned it. I'm like, fuck, okay, so I couldn't finish it. But it does have similarities in there. The whole, like, the idea of the little girl with the cat, I think kind of reminds me also of Alice in Wonderland, too. So it's this whole kind of setup that these stories have. These, like, weird kind of, they could be psychological kind of stories, have that kind of setup where the little girl is there with the cat, and they go into this enchanted world where it's all fucked up, and they're the main target for the villain. So, but I don't know. I wonder if Fran Bow was based off of it in any way. There's certain elements in there that kind of remind me of it. The fucking weird scatterness of it does remind me of fucking Alice in Wonderland. But like
the art in it is similar, right?
Fran Bow?
Yeah.
To Coraline?
Yeah.
You mean like Tim Burton's Coraline?
No, yeah, the movie.
Yeah.
Like the artwork, I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's a little similar, right?
Yeah, it is definitely. It's that scraggly kind of artwork, I mean, scraggly in the best fucking way possible, but like it isn't meant to be pretty. It's not meant to be polished, looking at it. The colors are all very dull. They're very much in sepia toned. And it's made that way purposefully, though. Because the whole kind of point of view of the character, if it was bright and bubbly and hot pink and shit like that, it conveys a different emotion than, a sage or an olive wood or, some other kind of, a steely gray color. They all convey different emotions. And so that's why they're used in certain ways. Kind of like if you noticed in Coraline, the other mother's world and everything, it's all the inverted colors of the actual world. They're all inverted. So, so the character that was blue in Coraline's world is now, flesh colored in, the other mother's world because it's supposed to be the complete opposite. And so it's just a really interesting artistic point in there because it is, the other world, it's what should be, but isn't. So
Dan, it's crazy. So the developers, it was two people. Whoops, I dropped my chess piece. Yeah. The developers, it was two people. Natalia Martson and Kimanan. Oh, whoopsie. Sorry, guys. Isaac Martson. And they went to crowdfunding, the Indiegogo website, like GoFundMe.
Yeah.
And they raised $28,000 in 2013 to make the game.
Fran Bow?
Yeah.
That's sick. That's really sick. I love that it was made by indie developers and everything. It feels like it adds a bit more to it. Because when you have an indie piece of work and everything, you don't have certain, qualifications or restrictions made by big companies. Like, for example, I think I've referenced it before and everything, Has Been Hotel. It's another kind of cartoon that I really, really am interested in. But they got picked up by a network, and so now there's certain restrictions they have to work with. And it's just kind of like, is that something you really want to deal with? Kind of like how I was talking about if I ever got my work published as like a comic book, there's certain creative pieces that I don't want to give away, certain creative control I don't want to give away because it's something that, a publishing company would be able to impose. Like, oh, we don't like the way this character is, you got to fucking change him. And I'm like, well, fuck you, man. That kind of shit,
But we live in a day now, the times now, like, you don't need those
bigger names.
Yeah.
That's why it's cool to have the fucking indie shit, That's
We're
really
indie.
Cool. Huh? Yeah.
We're indie.
Oh, shit.
You didn't even think of it?
No, I didn't even think about that.
We're independent podcasters.
Oh, is that what indie means?
Oh, my goodness. Are you serious?
I thought it was like music.
No.
Is that what indie music is? Oh no! I just got that. Oh.
No. Yeah, independent.
Oh. I'm gonna be thinking about that for fucking like 3 days now. Fuck.
Hold on. Let me see what indie means in music. Because I know it
What
might
if
be.
you're like wrong?
But like indie music has a certain vibe to it.
It does, yeah.
Right? But like,
It reminds me of like stoner shit.
yeah. It's independent music.
Okay.
Yeah. Indie
That
music.
makes me happy.
But the genre of independent music, it has that like it has that how do I say it? Like Florence and the Machines. Like
It tastes like acoustic music.
like Modest Mouth.
Bloop,
Yeah.
bloop, bloop.
But more like high energy.
Yeah.
Like
It tasted up here though. It's
Yeah.
up here. And it's kind of orange in general. Not
Like-
always, but it's like up here.
but they don't like no, I'm trying to like relay that. I don't even know what to say to that.
Because the colors come in different places. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. So
Yeah.
you said orange,
Yeah, up here on the nose
Yeah.
bridge. Like right there.
but you feel it. So okay, that's new to me.
Yeah?
So you would tell me that you heard your sounds in colors,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
now you feel it in different body
Well,
parts.
yeah, I've told you guys that before.
No.
Yeah, see? I told her.
During
Yeah.
fights,
Yeah.
during PKPs.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just like you would see it.
No, because it's up here in the mouth too. It goes. There's mostly up here and then around the mouth area. So sometimes they're out here though. So
Yeah.
kind of like the ladies out here. That's where her sound is.
But also you feel like, I remember one time you were talking about like seeing
Mm-hmm.
it around people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. People have colors.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not always. They have colors though. Sometimes the color changes too. It's not specific to
Are
one
you
person.
talking about those like the psychic ladies?
No.
Okay.
I don't believe in that
Please-
shit.
Yeah, me neither.
No, but people have color. People have color, and they have it in the colors have here. The taste up here though. You know what I mean? No, you don't know what
No,
I mean.
I don't know what you mean. Like I'm trying to relay, but I.
Indie is orange because that's the way the color tastes. Is it tastes orange, not like the fruit, but like the color. And so it's like up here though. You taste it
Yeah.
up here, like you know
But
wasabi.
your nose smells.
No, I know it's not.
Do you know
smell.
when you
know
smell?
wasabi?
Yeah,
You know wasabi? That feeling up here?
Yeah.
That's where orange is.
Got it.
Yeah, but it's that orange.
But like, so it's like a citrus.
No,
Okay, but
it's not a taste. It's a head taste,
But like you know,
not a
that-
mouth taste.
Do you know that you taste when you smell?
Yeah,
Did you know that?
yeah.
Like,
I know that.
so if you're smelling shit, you're tasting shit.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's why you lose your taste when you fucking get sick.
That's fucking wild.
It's all connected though, because it's all in the head and everything. So orange is here with like wasabi, but it's not orange like citrus, but it's the way that the color tastes. Yeah? Up here.
I get it from your head.
Okay.
I'm putting
But
myself
it's not
in
a
your
mouth
head.
taste, it's a head taste.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we good.
Good? Cool. Franbo doesn't taste orange though. Franbo tastes more like a sad lime. Like a sad lime.
You know what I love about when you talk about like tasting colors and all
Yeah.
that stuff? Because you're mixing senses together.
Yeah, because it's not
And I
it's
think
not
it's
like a
so
mouth
cool.
taste, it's a head taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the way that it gets conveyed over is taste.
No, but like back to the what were we talking about? The indie music? What?
Yeah, it's independent.
Oh yeah, independent. Mm-hmm. Like, but it's crazy because like indie music, you have a certain genre, right? Mm-hmm. But then you don't call an independent rapper indie music.
Is he indie though? If a rapper is independent, they're indie, correct?
Not like in the genre of indie music. It's like it doesn't show it shows Arctic Monkeys, Death Cab for Cutie, Vampire Weekend, like all those bands that are. Like, I don't know.
Doesn't the idea of an indie genre kind of defeat the purpose of indie? Because now they're all grouped together and they're not
Yeah.
independent no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, like an indie label group, like an indie label kind of shit like that. They're not independent anymore because now they're a whole bunch of fucking people underneath one person, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of redundant. Not redundant. It's like defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
You know, as opposed to some kid out there fucking recording their shit in a fucking little booth and everything like that, printing out fucking CDs in fucking 1999 style. Just sending it out. It's like there you go. That's true fucking indie right there.
But we don't need big labels anymore.
No, that's true.
Like you're doing the damn thing through all of this. What happened?
That's cow.
Oh, my wife's watching. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know, we're independent, and we do this from mine and Isabel's house.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So
We're in a
we're
living room.
indie.
We're indie.
We are. That's fucking mind blown kind of shit. I was not expecting that. Something new every day. Like a fucking you crack open a fucking fortune cookie. Guess what? You're indie. Oh shit, you're fucking right.
But I think everything we do, even at the gym, right?
Yeah, because independent, right? Or like tattooing. Like no, tattooing's not indie though, is it? Because I'm an artist who works underneath another shop, so that I'm not an independent artist.
You're independent artist. No, you're independent artist, not tattoo artist.
Okay, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And not an independent tattoo artist, because then I work for somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't want to work in my fucking garage. Fuck that.
What did you think indie was?
Oh, fuck no. I thought it was just like, you know how they have, like certain kinds of other fucking music and shit like that. They could have fucking, like, I don't know, electro swing. That was just a fucking general ass fucking name. I didn't think it was like an actual like thing. So my head just translates indie into being like fake suede and beads. So,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's what were we talking? Frambo, sorry.
Yeah.
That's
fine.
Frambo.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to play it. It's just, it scares me. So.
Oh, so
that's why
you
I
don't
haven't.
play it?
No. I watched it. I've watched playthroughs of it and everything like that because I watch playthroughs before I play a game because I want to know what the fuck is going on, at least for the beginning part. But then it's like at some point, then yeah, I'll either go and I'll play it or not. But Fran Bow I didn't because it's kind of like I got interested in the story. I'm like, oh shit, okay, this kid is fucking schizophrenia, and so I kept watching it. And the more I watched it and like the more disturbed I got, and I'm like, oh shit, never mind, I don't want to play this no more. But I mean, I do because it'd be interesting to play it, obviously, because it's a video game. But at the same time, it's like I said, the only one to truly disturb me enough not to like actually watch it. I can watch gore and horror bullshit and like that, fucking demons or whatever, ghosts, but none of them ever scared me like that does. So
How much do Steam? You play a lot of Steam?
no, not a lot, just occasionally.
How much do Steam games cost?
Depends. Yeah, I think that like bending the ink machine when it first came out was like maybe like what $10 or something like that, and it was just because it was like chapter 1 or something like that, and that goes towards the developers. And so I'm actually really excited because I'm waiting. I don't know if it's gonna be on Steam though. There's a new FNAF game coming out, and it's gonna be a security breach. It's one of those games that you could fucking what the hell is it called? You have the camera. And you're moving around. A free roam game. It's a free roam game for FNAF. And that's going to be really fucking cool. And that's one of the ones I'm going to play, but I don't know if it's going to be on Steam or not. So that one's going to be really cool because it's like you can actually move around and the animatronics are still fucking coming at you and shit. And so now you can actually fucking run. And it's like, oh shit, that's cool. So before you weren't able to. Before you were able to just kind of like hide underneath the covers or, close the fucking door to the fucking the security room and shit. And so that in itself is a whole different kind of horror because I know Scott was the first one to do that. Scott Cawthorn. He was the first one to do that kind of horror setup for a game where you are unable to move, where you have to rely solely on your power supply there. And now it's different. And I love the setup for it because it's all like 80s retro kind of like mall shit. And I love that whole aesthetic. I think it's really cool. It's like the whole like vaporwave kind of shit and everything like that. It has that kind of aesthetic to it. And so I really want to play that. I don't know if it's gonna be on Steam or not, but I want to play it. So yeah, I don't play a lot of Steam games.
What game is that called?
It's Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach.
So Five Nights at Freddy. So
Yeah.
explain.
It's fun.
So Five Nights at Freddy.
Yeah.
That started off from Steam,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Can you explain what Steam is?
Steam is like
If the listeners don't know what it is.
Oh, Steam is like this app that indie video game like produced like game designers and shit like that can upload their own pieces of work on, and so other people can buy it and they can play it or they can do free trial and play it and everything, right? And sometimes they get take off like FNAF did, or other times they get things like Bending the Ink Machine where it has a bit more of an under kind of not as popular of a game, but it's still enough to get dolls made or enough to get like action figures made to get more pieces of the games made. And it's really cool because there's a lot of people on there who are just fucking just throwing it out there to see who picks it up, And so that's what Steam is. I don't play a lot of it, but it is fun. So I probably got some shit wrong in there, but
No, you're good. They have like stuff called like the green light.
Yeah.
Where they can have stuff. They have those people that are independent trying to develop their own games. And then they have big companies that put their games on Steam also.
Yeah.
So it has a wide variety of like range that pricing.
Mm-hmm.
And they usually have big sales to where you can just buy a bunch of games.
Hell
Once a
yeah.
year.
Hell yeah.
Once a year.
That shit's fun. So
But Five Nights at Freddy, what that took off from Steam?
yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Because originally Scott Cawthon, he was a video game designer, I think in the 90s, right? And so what happened is that he tried to take off his whole video game making career, right? He would try to release games. Originally, it was these kid games that they'd be like Christian based, and it's like, oh, find this dog and blah blah blah, right? And nothing fucking took. People are like, oh my god, his animation's creepy as shit. It's like, I don't want this in a kid's game, blah blah blah, right? And he's like, fine, fuck it. My last attempt, let's make this video game about these 4 animatronics, and you have to be a security guard and keep them out and survive the fucking night, right? And as soon as he put that out there and shit fucking took off. And I love that it took off like that because he fucking had no fucking idea what the fuck he was doing. He just was like, you know what, fuck it, take this and everything. And people just ran with it. And now there's a whole bunch of lore behind it. There's video games, obviously. There's books made. And it's this whole like backstory for the video game that just kind of kept going. And so I'm pretty sure Scott doesn't actually know what the fuck he's doing or any kind of idea about like what the actual history behind the game is. Like in kayfabe, like they don't know what the actual fucking, what he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, but he's just like, you know what, fuck it, let's do that. And that's really cool because it gives him a lot of leeway to be able to play around with the storyline there and to be able to change the animatronics designs. Because that's another thing that I absolutely love too, is in between each game and everything that they'll change the designs of the animatronics. Like from the first game to the second game, they made fucking Toy Chica, and Toy Chica's really fucking cool because she don't got a fucking, beak and everything. It's just this big gaping hole in her fucking face. And they added the puppet, they added Balloon Boy and everything. They added a bunch of different shit in there and branched out, and it made it all so much bigger, and like it's cool. So I'm excited for the new game. So, and they added a crocodile and they added a wolf, and I'm excited for was it Moondrop? Moondrop, I think, is a character. It's a fucking one of his head like that shit. It's really cool.
You know what's crazy is that a bunch of these kids wear the shirts.
Yeah.
A bunch of the kids wear the shirts. And
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
Like, do the parents even know what it is? Is it gruesome?
Yeah. Like what happens and everything. The whole story behind it is William Afton was he was a co-creator of these animatronics, right, and everything. And he basically, the original story was that he had stuffed children into suits. He had stuffed children into animatronic suits and they killed them. He crushed them, put them in the suits, left their bodies in there to rot and everything. And now these suits are haunted by these children's ghosts, right? And since then, the whole story kind of, it continued on, So now the puppet was the first one who got killed. Her name was Charlotte. She was killed behind a Five Nights at Freddy's, like a Fazbear Pizza kind of restaurant, right? So she possessed the puppet and brought the other ones to life. That way they could take revenge back on Afton. And the only one who was unable to move on was fucking Golden Freddy. And Golden Freddy wasn't able to move on because the little girl and the boy who was possessing the soul of it and everything like that they were like, fuck this. We're not gonna fucking forgive this guy. Fuck that. And so they decided to fucking haunt him in hell. And that's, I think, what what's it called? Custom Night's about. That's what Custom Night is. So I tried to clap over here that way. I didn't get the microphone, but
You still did.
Oh no, I felt that in between my palms. But yeah, definitely, it's a really cool game. So I don't know what the whole storyline. Oh wait, I know what it is. I know what it is now because I know it's gonna be Vanny. But the whole thing about the last game was the VR game, right? And the whole thing about it is that now they have a reluctant follower of William Afton. His soul is gone. He's fucking stuck in Springtrap and in hell or whatever like that, right? And so now he has a reluctant follower in Vanny, who is a girl who was possessed by Glitch Trap in the end of that game. And she's going out killing people, trying to infect other people, pull their spirits in and shit like that, and pull like the remnants part of their soul together and shit like that, right? For fucking Afton to come back from the fucking dead. And
wait,
so,
who is this? Sorry, Nashi.
Yeah.
Who is this?
The character?
Yeah, that you're talking about? You said Franny?
No, Vanny.
Vanny.
Yeah, Vanessa. Vanny.
Okay,
She's
Vanny.
called the reluctant follower. She's wearing the white rabbit mask with the red eyes.
Got it.
But she is the one who I guess was influenced or is influenced by Glitch Trap, who is William Afton, his psyche being put into a computer and now possessing other people's souls. So she's going out and killing kids, bringing them in and everything, sucking out their souls, getting their life force and shit. That way Afton can fucking come back from the dead, I think. At least it's my understanding currently. I don't know the fucking like the newest game, what they're going to do with it and everything. But it is, you're playing, I believe, a security guard still. You're trying to protect this boy who got trapped in there. So you guys are both trapped in there with Vanny and the other animatronics, So
it was created by one guy?
yeah,
This
Scott
whole
Cawthon.
world. I understand he probably got more people.
Yeah, but it was
Right.
created by Scott Cawthon. I believe he's the one who completely programmed the first game
Yeah.
because that was an independent game.
What? Can you, like, imagine him saying like, "This is what I see in my mind."
Yeah, that's exactly what he fucking did. That's exactly what he did. That's what you do when you create pieces of artwork like that. Because I consider video games to be an art, you know, that you go and you take what's in your head and you put it out there for other people to see, no matter how fucked up and gruesome and shit it is, you know. Because he created the storylines too. He created the stories. He created the characters, the world, all of it. I love world building for that reason. Because no one the fuck would think about a purple guy being a fucking dead dude with an endoskeleton, fucking walking around as a fucking security guard and shit, trying to grab fucking, you know, kids and stuff them into fucking puppets and shit, you know? Who the fuck would think about that? And who the fuck would think about all these other fucking stories? Because like, there's book series with the whole FNAF world. There's book series. And it's like, how the fuck does he come up with that? It was funny. One of the books, there's a theorist out there, right, on YouTube called MatPat, and he does film theory or game theory, right? And so him and Scott have this whole thing they go back and forth where it's like he's the main person who's been theorizing stuff in regards to the Five Nights at Freddy's series. And so Scott will watch his videos and everything, right? And they go back and forth. And so Scott did, he put a character in fucking one of the books, got the dude pregnant with one of the animatronics, and had him fucking give birth. But that character's name that got pregnant and everything from the animatronic was named Matt. Like Matt Pat. And so he's like, "Hey Matt, look at this," and he's like, "Ah, fuck you," you know. But I love involvement also from the fandoms like that too, where it's like you have the creators interacting with actual, you know, fans, and you can take bits and pieces. Like I'll bet you fucking Scott watched a lot of those videos, and he's like, "You know what, Matt? Let's fuck with him. Let's throw this shit in here," and they just fucking see what happens. So that's really cool. And you can't do that with a big fucking company, right? You can't have much fucking control over it.
Well, this whole entire time, because my nephews, I see kids.
Yeah.
I thought it was a kid's game.
Oh, it is a kid's game.
But it doesn't sound like a kid's game.
It's not.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
It's marketed towards kids, but it's very much not a super kid. Like, I would not give a 6-year-old Five Nights at Freddy's. I wouldn't. Maybe if they were like 10, sure, you know, because like obviously 10-year-olds are going to be little fucking edgelords like fucking Kira is. Little fucking edgelord with fucking, like, I'm a demon princess, blah, blah, blah. It's like, cool. Great kid. I mean, I can't say shit. I was the same way, so. But Five Nights at Freddy's, it's not, in my opinion, it's not a kid's game. It's like, though, it's cool. So, I love it.
It's so insane to me. Like, like the world is changing and we didn't even know it.
Oh, yeah, you watch it. You watch the world.
That's what I'm saying. Well, before, you wouldn't even say that 10 years ago that people are not watching the world.
Why?
Like, I'm saying like
People are always watching, yeah?
But everybody's online now. Like we're literally online.
Yeah, definitely. We're always online because it's the chips. The chips are up here too, and they're constantly being fed information and receiving information, and so they go back up.
I don't believe in chips.
Sure, go ahead. You don't have to believe. I'm still right.
We're gonna go back and forth on this all the time.
I'm still right.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
I'm wrong.
I know I'm right because I've seen the aliens. I've seen them do it.
Yeah.
So we've all been abducted.
But like, just think about just phones though, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Everybody's connected. Phones, kids.
Fucking kids got fucking phones now.
Yeah.
What the hell? I thought fucking had to be like a high schooler. I always thought when I was in high school now, like that was like a privilege to get a fucking phone at like 16. It's like, fuck yeah, I'm 16 now. I get a phone. And it's just kind of like, nope, not anymore. Now it's like fucking a 5-year-old has a phone. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. Who the fuck are you gonna be calling?
But it like, do you think the guys that created the internet, created like computers, do you think they saw this coming?
Military?
Not military, but
Yeah,
like,
the military made the internet.
no.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay. Well, let me look it
Yeah,
up.
they did.
I have the
It
computer
was used
right
as a
here.
device at first, as a tool. And they had this big fucking... Because think about it. Who the fuck would conceptualize the fucking internet? They got that shit from the fucking aliens. We got a lot of shit from them.
Bob Kahn.
We got calculators from them.
So 1983, January 1st. The online world then took unrecognized from one. Okay, so Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web.
Did he?
That's what it says.
One person?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
He's credited with it.
so like, do you think, how did I forget his fucking name? The guy that made Apple.
Steve Jobs?
Yeah. Do you think Steve Jobs saw all this?
Yeah.
Like when he created the first iPhone, he's like, this is going to spiral like crazy. Like everybody has a phone now. Your grandma, my grandma has a phone.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty sure they saw it coming. In all honesty, if you think about it, humans like convenience. They like convenience, and they like having something that's that is already there for them. Like, I mean, it's convenience, I guess, anyway. But they want to be able to reach other people, and then they want the convenience of having things right in their fucking pocket. Think about like apps,
Yeah.
like, oh, I need this thing. Oh, there's an app for that, And that's one of the things that people will always pick the easier way to do something if they have the ability to. Like, why would you go out and make things harder for yourself when you just fucking get an app and do it there? And so I think that's why the Steve Jobs and the other people like him, they saw that as an opportunity. They're like, oh shit, we can do something with this. And they continue to do that. And that's why Apple has this big fucking, tower fucking bullshit. But that's why we're using a fucking iPad right here and here, So they saw potential there and they kept building on it. And that's what's really cool. And for them, it's just, I find it to be kind of like, I'm one of those people where I'm like, fuck you, Apple, I guess. But watch it because of that. And my iPad's going to fucking die. Watch.
Yeah, but like at the same time, it's like, okay, he created this outlet for small town people. Like we live in a small town.
Yeah.
There should be no reason why, like we're promoting ourselves constantly. Mm-hmm. Like I am for sure. I'm always online, but there should be no reason why someone from Los Banos, California, a tattoo artist from Los Banos, California, people are going to find out about you from Utah, Florida, other countries. Like on my podcast, shameless plug, The Hassle of Hair. Someone listened from Belgium, the Netherlands.
Fuck, that's far.
Yeah, like different countries.
That's cool.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah, because people are like, they want to have connections with other people. They want to have other contact with people. And it's like when you are talking into a podcast or you're talking into a screen or a microphone or whatever, it's like I'm talking directly towards you, And like you said, it makes people feel special, That's why I like a lot of those POV videos and everything like that people like, because they feel like, maybe they are an agoraphobe or whatever like that and they're still lonely and maybe they want to have friends, but they don't feel comfortable enough to leave their house to actually go out and make friends. And so what the POVs do is it helps kind of fill that void for people. It helps them get kind of interacting with people. It helps them feel connected. Even if they don't want to actually talk to people, it makes them feel like they are, because humans are naturally a more social kind of creature. I personally just find the POVs to be fucking creepy as shit because I don't like being fucking watched. So, but I think that's what people want. They want to be interacting with other people. And so you do have people coming from like, the Netherlands and Belgium and shit watching your videos, because they want to have other interaction with people. They want to hear what you have to say, So.
It's just crazy because Hollywood was just hoarder. They like think about the 90s and the early 2000s. They were just hoarding stories. We weren't. What? Yeah, this is the way my mind works. You know how you smell colors?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is the way I think, and it's fucking crazy. They were hoarding stories. Like they were hoarding. Like we have stories in Los Banos, but no one's gonna hear about them if there wasn't the internet.
Oh, we can tell them.
That's what we're doing. It's crazy, right?
Hell yeah, definitely. That's really cool, though. It's a cool thought because it's like there's a bunch of shit going on there we don't fucking know about. There's shit going on here that people over there don't fucking know about. And the only way we're going to be able to communicate that is by telling it through things like videos or through things like audio. And so I think that actually really is a cool thought. So like I want to know other things out there. I want to see other shit. I want to see other artwork. It'd be fucking sick. I want to go to art conventions. I'm tired. I just want to go to art conventions and see cool shit. Because I love looking at artwork from other people. So.
What's your favorite thing about Los Banos?
About Los Banos? I live here. No, it's like my base is here. I've been here since I was 9, and so I've been here for 17 years. It's like all my friends are here, my family is here, my job is here, the gym is here, everything I have is here, and I feel very comfortable because it's like, why the fuck would I need to move to, fucking, I don't know, Sacramento with my fucking mom if I have everything here that I need? So, but it's only here because it's been built here, the gym wasn't here before, my relationship with the gym hasn't been here before, until I decided to build it, just like fucking work. I wasn't a tattoo artist until I just started to go in there, and so it's like, you have to find something there and just keep going with it, so that's my favorite thing here is that fucking everything is here.
Fuck yeah.
established here. Fuck yeah, you know. And it's like it's a nice place too, I guess. I like that it gets hot. I like summer the best, so I really don't mind it when it gets hot.
Fuck you.
Fuck you too. I like summer. I like being able to fucking have a cold fucking bowl of fruit in a fucking, you know, summer heat. That shit fucking nice as hell. I like not being able to fucking freeze my ass and just wear as little clothes as possible. That's nice. So
That's like
fuck winter.
Yeah, I love the
It's
winter.
cold. Fuck you.
The winter's on the being a chubby guy back in the day. The winter was the only time I was able to get girls.
Oh, it's fun. Get a fucking blanket. It'll be fine.
No, it's just like we're fucking doing the damn thing, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of
You mean
people
living?
No, like Los Banos. I'm saying, like
Oh,
you
yeah.
said, like you got to build it.
Yeah, definitely. Because the reason why people leave is because there's nothing here for them. You know, they fucking kids get out of high school and they go, oh shit, fuck my family, fuck my mom, blah, 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 like that. And they're like, I'm going to go to fucking, I don't know, Oregon and do this bullshit. And so they leave because there's nothing here for them. You know, there's no schools here for them. There's no, you know, nothing of their interest here, you know, because we're still growing. This town is still growing. And so there's not a lot of entertainment for kids when they get out of high school. There's not a lot of, you know, stable jobs for them to get into. Our fucking education system here and everything's very minimal as far as at least I've experienced. Fucking, you know, the fucking junior college here and everything has maybe like 6 programs for you and then you're fucking done, you know. You got to travel out of town to do half your fucking classes. And so it's like, in the end of the day, an 18-year-old kid is fucking, you know, just leaving their house. There's not even fucking housing here for them. There's nothing. You fucking go to an apartment. There's not openings for fucking, you know, 6 months and it's gonna be like fucking 1,200. This kid doesn't even got a fucking job, you know? And so it's like there's nothing here for them. Not yet, but that's why you got to build shit. So it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be quick, but you got to do it, you know. So LB needs to get on more affordable housing because I don't want to live with my dad forever. I don't want to live with him forever. Fuck that.
Believe me, Nashi.
Yeah.
The way we're going, you're gonna take over this town.
Oh, that's fun. I don't want to be responsible for that many people. Fuck that.
Not meaning like you're gonna be responsible for them.
Okay.
You're gonna make a name for yourself.
Hell yeah. That name is Nasty Nashi.
Fuck yeah.
Plug right there.
All right,
So-
Nash, where do people find you on to get tattoos and
Get tattoos and piercings and stuff because I do piercings too. You can find me at Nasty Tattoos, 555 Ice Street, across the street from Bank of America. And deposits are always welcome. It secures your spot, goes towards the price of your tattoos. I'm there pretty much every day except for Thursdays and Saturdays. You can also find me on Instagram at nasty.nashi. And yeah, if you get interested, hit me up. You do something cool. And thanks for listening to Happy Dagger Podcast. See you later. Bye.